Hey Lawrence, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna give this a little moment. Wait for Shakita to hop on.
All right. Got a nice little trade on gold this morning.
Oh, really? Once can you share it? Are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see it.
Let's see. Can
Oh
you?
wait,
It
I gotta make
says,
you the host. I'm
yeah.
just kidding. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So, uh, really, I was trading this structure, this 4 hour structure. You see this impulse, correction, then this continuation up here. I
Mm-hmm.
first was thinking that maybe this is going to retrace all the way down to like this zone that I have right here, but I had this purple trend line. So if I drop down to maybe like the 30 minute, I had this purple trend line to help me to kind of gauge the retracement. So I told myself if this breaks and retests this purple trend line, this will probably be an indication that it's going up. So this one I did kind of differently because when it was like right here, and I was kind of waiting for it to see if it was going to retest my trend line. It was like late at night. It's like, 12, 1 o'clock. So what I did is I did like a pending order, which is something I've never done before.
Mm.
But I did like the where you see like this blue line. I
Mm-hmm.
told myself if price gets to at least here, then I'll just do a buy all the way up to I think first I had the TP like around here
Mm-hmm.
because I think I used my fib, and then when I woke up in the morning, I saw like all this um, like what do you call it, momentum, and so I moved my TP up to this purple, I'm sorry, this gray zone up here because it was in alignment with my 4 hour, I think TP, I think, yeah. So because my TP1 was right here, so I ended up extending it up because I just saw so much momentum this morning. So
Mm-hmm.
got a nice little trade.
Nice. So with your the order that you put in, was it a buy stop or a sell limit? Like did you put it like if price keeps going above this area you want to hop in, or if price retraces back here you want to hop in?
It was like a pending order. I don't know if it was buy stop or because I don't know the terminology. I just know on my magic keys, I just push, I think it was called pending order. So the way I said it was, uh, let me go back to my 30 minute. So I think price was like, when I set the order, price was probably somewhere around here. So I set the order to where it would do a buy if price hit my blue line. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever number that was, and I just set my take profit and my stop loss levels. Just punched it into the magic keys.
Mm-hmm.
So overnight, it price came down to the blue line, and it entered the buy order. And then when I woke up this morning, price just shot up, and I knew I was in profit. So
No, don't we love that?
yeah,
Waking up to profit.
yeah. So I normally don't do like pending orders, but I don't know. Since it worked for me last night, I might try it a few more times because a lot of the times, like especially like if I'm expecting like a retest, like during the London session, I miss out on a lot of those trades.
Mm-hmm.
So I might start doing like these little pending orders, that might help me a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. That was actually something that I was also thinking about doing too, because sometimes it'd be some sweet moves happening during London. And I just know me, like I'm just not up and my phone's on do not disturb. So I'm not gonna get no alerts.
Yeah. Right. I have a question too. I don't know if you want to get started though,
Oh, go ahead.
because I was looking at GU as well, and let me pull this up. So I was kind of expecting something similar on this one. On as I look at this, but I had a couple of like trend lines. So this is on the 15 minute. Um, so if I go like to maybe like let me start at the 4 hour. Let me see what I was looking at. Yeah. So you see this big impulse, and then you get like this little correction here. So I think when price was, I think price was right around here when I was looking at this, and I was trying to figure out whether it was done retracing at this point, and that we were maybe going to go up to maybe touch this zone that I have up here. So I had a couple of like trend lines, and so the first one is this purple trend line. So I was thinking that if it broke this purple trend line, retested, that we were gonna maybe go up to hit. I think it was my TP1 on a higher time frame, which is I think was in alignment with this pink zone. And so if I drop down to like the 30 minute, you can see like it did kind of break and retest this purple trend line, but it only went up to like this level, and then it comes down, and it looks like it retested again. So at this point, I was thinking like, should I enter? But I didn't, because I also had this black trend line that was kind of, uh, you know, I guess like looking at this structure right here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I saw was if I drop down to the 15 minute, it broke and retested this trend line. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's like a couple of breaks here. I mean, here's a retest of the purple, a retest of the purple, a retest of the purple, and then here's a retest of my black trend line. So I was confused as to like, okay, so which break should I go by? Should I, you know, I don't know if it makes sense, but
No,
I was
yeah.
just looking at a couple of things, you know what I mean? Because it broke and retested my purple. So I'm like, do I get in here for
Mhm.
a continuation going up? Or since it broke this black, do I get in here for a continuation going down? So
Mhm.
I've never seen that before, but I was just kind of confused about what to do here.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand your confusion. So, well, I want to point out the this first structure that you drew out is correct. So when you place your fib on that, like from that first point to the second high, tell me, is it going to TP1 or TP2? So add a fib on that one
Start
from
from here
the other one.
or the other one.
Mhm. So we can see that oh wait, sorry, let me put my phone on do not disturb. Um, did it hit TP1 or TP2?
It looks like it hit TP2.
Okay, so one thing when it comes to these situations, especially like when you have trend lines going in different directions, the thing that I look for is, well, I always like double check like the confirmation. So like in this instance, we can see that structure right there hit TP2, and we can see that there's divergence right there in the middle, just showing that we're going to be pulling down. So after we see that we're coming down and it comes to that third purple retest at that trend line, and then it pulls back up to retest that black trend line. If you're not sure what to look for, the thing that I do is I'll just put a trend line like how you have that black trend line right there, and wait for a break and a retest. And even if say you do get in for a sell on that entry, even if you're not sure, but you still see like you just don't want price to pass that high. You want price to continue to be bearish. So as you can see, as price went down, continued all that bearish momentum.
Yeah.
Because even if we got in the sell and then we come and price comes back down and then we see like, okay, it's wicking off of it, then that's kind of like a conclusion like, okay, maybe we might not be continuing down. And at least like even if you closed out, you still made some type of profit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then this is like a situation where you're kind of be having to have your eye on it. Like when you go to your trend line, it'll be like a once per minute alert.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then to clarify, like when I said if it was to go in the opposite direction, like I'll just wait for the trend line that you have right there that's holding price down, that's going down from that where you have that break and yeah, that one. I will wait for a break and retest of that trend line.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, I
All
have a
right.
question.
Uh-huh.
What was the divergence that you saw, you said, for the TP?
Right there where his mouse is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see how the chart's going up, but that's pretty much like it's not officially going down, but it's still like a flat surface. Like
Okay,
from
I see.
that whole middle section. Even from that far left, the other one to from that point all the way to that next high, the third high. The other one. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you see that, Shakita, compared to the chart? Yeah.
Okay, so slight divergence at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And then, like I said too, based off that structure too, if you pull that fib over, Lawrence, it also hit TP2.
Like this.
From the first high. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then based off that overall structure, go to your 1 hour. Oh wait, no, that's the fib I wanted to see. Yeah. So it pulled back to 78.6
Yeah.
because we can see that price is still currently pushed down. It broke that previous low off this whole structure right here. So what I would look for too is just that continuation to TP2. It might push up some more, but based off just what I'm looking at right now, we see those two highs that have been creating, and we created a new low.
Yeah.
Can you draw it out just for everybody to see it? That overall structure?
Okay. Yeah. Let me.
Yes. Do you guys see that?
Now that I can see it, can you explain it one more time?
Shoot, what did I just say? I was saying how based just looking at this, like I see that we had that first high from that first point where he drew from. Then we had a second high made, and then looking at the lows, we're creating a lower low right now that's still showing that we're in the continuation of that downtrend.
Okay, got it.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I was saying based off that fib, his fib, it hit what is that? It's either 78 or 61.8, which either way just indicates it's going to TP2. but it's just gonna take longer to pull back. I mean, it's gonna take longer to get there. So we're gonna have like some pullbacks in between that. Does that make sense? Like say right now where price is, that purple trend line that you have that you said got retested multiple times.
Yeah.
Did you do that on your 30-minute?
Yeah, that's on a smaller time frame.
Oh, okay. So
Actually, that's 15 minutes. Oh, go ahead.
I would want to see is there currently divergence where price is right now? Go on 15-minute. Yeah. Do you see how that's higher?
Yeah.
So what I would want to see is even if you put that black trend line like on the tip of the wick, just draw it. Yeah, pull it out and draw it. Yeah. I want to see if it's gonna push back up to that purple trend line and then create, because if it push back up to that purple trend line and then we see wick exhaustion and it creates a high, and then if we see some more divergence as well, that will indicate like another entry for a sell as well. Because even if price pushes up and breaks through that trend line, what you can also put is you can put a zone right there too, like a 30-minute zone from those levels.
From where?
Yeah, that
Like right
area.
here?
Uh-huh. Price can potentially push up to that area right there.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just be looking for like if another high is made, but it's lower than that previous high, then that's still going to be a continuation of that downtrend.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, and then also there's some news too. Let me see. I need to send you guys the screenshots because I had screenshotted this. There's two things I wanted to talk about. One has nothing to do with the Forex market. Where is this other? Um, it's let me find it in a minute. So but did that make sense to everybody about that GU?
Yep. I got it.
Yes, it did.
Okay. What's wrong? CC, hey, how are you? She probably can't talk.
Hello, I'm good.
Okay, did everything make sense? Were you following?
Yes, I am. And I was looking at GU as well for the potential sale. But I was waiting for another confirmation.
Okay. Yeah. Because this is how I have my GU. I was looking for let me share my screen. Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so I was telling you guys how I saw that we were near this foundation level, right here, this black. We had hit the 4-hour TP2. There was divergence on the 4-hour, 1 hour, and the 30-minute. It hit my daily TP, and then I said a break and retest will equal an entry for a sell. And then I had also quoted how this green zone right here was broken, but it hasn't been retested. Now there's two things that I was looking for. One was, let me move this out the way. One was that I wanted to see if price was going to come up and retest this trend line right here. And then I drew this second trend line right here that was holding down, that hit all these multiple points right here. And it came back to hit the third time right here. So I said, if price respected this, then I was going to be looking for a sell. And then I saw that price did break through right here. But then that's why I always say too, like sometimes I don't always put my my stop loss like way on that the first high or low, just depending on whatever direction you're in. Sometimes I might put it like a little halfway and I'll set an alert. But I did notice for this one, even though we did break past this trend line and we did retest it, I did see a possibility of it still overall staying in this area, because anytime we are in a foundation level, price can kind of play around in this area before it continues. But since we see that, oops, that's a high it made right there. The second high is made right there. I still see this whole continuation happening, which is what we just went over on Lawrence's chart. And our markups looks like, well, we actually have the same trend line. But I still see it coming overall to TP2. It might push down a little bit too to this zone, which I said this area right here, we have resistance that broke. But I just, if anything, you'll just have to wait for another further pullback to happen to continue to get in for this sale. It's clear on the 1 hour too. Let's put this like here. And like I said, anytime price hits above 50, so 61.8, 78.6, you're always going to see like a lot of this happening. Like a lot of, in this situation, like lower highs and lower lows before it continues to TP2. So we could be seeing a pullback happening. He already showed that there was divergence on that 15-minute. So I'm still going to be looking at this trend line right here, because this is a trend line that price just happened to retouch in both directions, but it still is very valid, because like we just pointed out, that was a whole structure inside of here that he marked off that hit TP2. Even if you did it from this low to this high, it hit TP1 and it hit TP2 on that structure too. So there's two structures. There's one like that, and then there's another right here. And they both did what they had to do before price reversed into that.
Can you show your RSI?
Huh?
Can you show your RSI really quick?
For which one?
The initial first point of that structure, like how you know it was going to go up.
Oh, where price currently is right here?
No, the larger structure you just drew.
The one right here. This is the one that I had.
Yeah, that lowest point over there in the middle. I was trying to see was there divergence to know it was
Oh yeah,
going up.
this is the same one that Lawrence pointed out. I'm just showing.
No, before that. to know that price was buying?
Like when I did this.
Yeah, like I'm trying to say, was it divergence there?
Oh,
What was the confirmation for price going up?
for price continuing to go up.
Yeah.
But just, I mean, if you were trading this structure, you would be on the smaller time frame. So
Okay, the bottom.
if you're on that smaller time frame, you're probably gonna be putting. Oops. Let me put this stuff away. If you're on a smaller time frame, you're gonna be like on the 5-minute or something, putting like trend lines like this. You could put trend line right here to take advantage of this structure right there. To get
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it just like whichever structure, it depends on what time frame you're on. Like that small structure, that would be on that smaller time frame. I mainly just stay on the 1 hour and the 30-minute. And that's usually like how I'll trade by. I don't really do like, if I do 15 minutes, it's like, it just has to be like perfect.
Yeah, I guess you have to just learn where you see structure.
Huh?
I guess I have to just learn where I see.
Yeah.
Like that one was confusing, so I shouldn't have taken that anyway. So I
Yeah.
should work on the time frame that I could see clear.
Yeah, and it's whatever like is most clear. Like even right here, looking at this 30-minute, I can see, like I see this structure, like it's kind of clear, but it's more clear on that 15-minute. But if you want to trade that, you can see this structure's right here, point A, point B, continuation. So if you put a fib, let me delete this whole fib right now. Let's delete all these too. So based off this fib right here that I just drew out, we see that we hit TP1. TP2.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. So price is going to retrace.
Yeah,
go back.
some divergence right there. So then right here, like I said, you'll just be putting a trend line, finding 2 points to get in for a minor trade, a minor buy. But then that's why it's important too, because you can get in that buy and think price is going to start pushing up, but then at the end of the day, you still have to think of that bigger picture. Like I just said, the bigger picture for me is that all these confirmations that I had right here that I wrote out on why I'm going to be looking for majority of sales. Like, yeah, I can get in a minor pullback, but just know it's not going to be in that pullback for long. I'm not going to be in that buy for long, because that's not the overall movement I'm looking for.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, so right now, even with this high that was made, that can be another point that you can have right here too. So even if, like I said, we want to see if price will come to this trend line and push down, or see if it'll break it, retest to push up. Because even if it breaks it and retests to push up, as long as it doesn't pass this green trend line right here, we're still going to be in this overall downtrend because it's not going to be surpassing this high right here. This will just be a minor buy. And then we'll continue riding out that overall trend to TP2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the best thing I could say is really just pay attention to those highs and those lows that stick out the most, and don't get stuck on that smaller time frame.
Okay. So do you have that it has already hit TP2 on the 4-hour?
Say that again?
I was just reading your notes there. So on the 4-hour structure, did it already hit your TP2?
Yeah, this is my 4 hours right here. So see if I can draw this out. So 38, it hit 38.2 right here. Let me put it in like bold so it can stand out of everything. So my TP2 is right here. It didn't fully hit it yet, but it's like right there, like near that foundation level. But then that's why I said too, I have it in the back of my head, since we're at this foundation level, we can be in this area for a minute. But that's why I'm paying attention to highs being broken or lows. So that's why I said it was a near foundation level / 4-hour TP2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure because on my chart I have that there's a little bit more space before I get to TP2. So I just wanted to make sure my
Oh
my
yeah.
field was in alignment to where yours were. So that's cool.
Yeah. It still hasn't really been hit yet. But like I said, since that's like the larger time frame, that always takes like slower to really play out. But we're really just going based off what we see. But I just want to point out the importance of like, there's that overall direction, but then you're always gonna have structure inside of structure. The hardest part is just identifying like what structure is, but I think it's so easy to get caught up into that smaller time frame structure that you lose sight of the bigger picture, which is why I'm not a fan of staying like on like the 15-minute, the 5-minute. If anything, like I'll find a structure on the 1 hour. I'll find a structure on my daily, my 4-hour to give me my overall target. And then for the most part, I stay on the 1 hour. And then I get my entry on the 30 minutes. And I might trade 30-minute structure, but I only trade 30-minute structure though, because now I trade more 30-minute structures just because I see structure more clearer now the more that I've been doing it. But if you're not sure yet, then you have to stay on that 1 hour because the 1 hour is more clear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so with the 1 hour structure, you would enter around the 78.6 fib and hold that.
Yeah, and it's like there's not one way to enter it. It's just you'll just have to find a pullback. Like I said, this is the second high that was created. So I know we're gonna be doing this. So now, even if I miss right here, because before this trend line wasn't here at first. Well, it could have been here if you got this point right there, but I didn't have that point. But if you did have this trend line right here, these are 2 points right here. And it came back and retested it for the 3rd time. Now the next thing that you're looking for is for divergence. And this is a whole structure, like I said, inside of it. that hit TP2. So now you see that TP2 got hit. It retested this trend line for the third time. And I'm sure there was probably divergence. Yeah, that was that divergence right there. So that's 1, 2, 3 confirmations that you're looking for a sale.
And then you were saying that's not the only entry we could have had. So right where price retested that purple zone would have been another entry if we knew price was going down.
Yeah, if you're on that smaller time frame, it's not super clear right here. It's clearer too. It's clear on the 15-minute. I mean, on the 5-minute. It's not really that clear on the 15-minute.
Oh yeah, I see a difference. Yeah, I don't like 5-minute anyway.
Yeah. So besides from that, you'll just have to like wait for that next pullback to happen. Like, which is this what I just marked off right here, what I said I want to see. Because even if it doesn't retest this purple trend line, if it breaks it, I'm gonna look for a retest of it to get in for a buy. Once it gets up here, I mean, we can never say what it's gonna do at the trend line because it can break this trend line and continue up. But I'm just saying, like, once it gets here, if it retests, then I'll get in for a sell.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Thanks.
What I also do want to talk about, I gotta wrap up this Zoom real quick because I have to leave. But I was trying to find it on Bloomberg. But basically, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now outside of Forex. I was looking into XRP and I was trying to figure out like what exactly is XRP and all that stuff. And do y'all know what XRP is? I mean, a lot of people in the stock market trade XRP.
No, I don't know what it is.
It's like something with Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, it's like a cryptocurrency. So what they're saying is, you guys know Russia and China are going against to overthrow the US dollar. So they're trying to say within the next 5 years, the US dollar isn't going to be the dominant currency. And so what they're saying is right now, the Bank of Japan, they're investing a lot into the crypto market of XRP. And I guess XRP is under Ripple. I don't know the details, but right now they're forecasting just how the yen is going to be going up soon because of that. And so is XRP. Like XRP is going to be a good like long-term investment for those who do it. I haven't really I was kind of like looking at the chart on where it is now. But I'm just doing like a little research on it right now. I just wanted to introduce it to you guys if you guys wanted to look into it too. But I'm gonna send some screenshots because my boyfriend's brother, he is heavy in like the stock market. Like he be making like hundreds of thousands. And he had sent me a text just talking about how he's putting his money in XRP, XLM, XDC. Haven't looked into them, but you guys know that we're going into a digital currency world, right? Do y'all know that?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and then Lawrence, you in that whole space, AI and all that stuff.
Yep.
So they're saying how Russia is supposed to be launching their digital currency August 1st of this year, and it's supposed to run on the XRP network. So once that happens, that's going to make XRP go up. And it's like they also said that Japan's supposed to be doing the same thing, but in 2025. But knowing this is going to be a good investment so that you're able to put money in and hold it.
Good to know.
Yeah, I wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said good to know.
Hold on, y'all. My Zoom thing's about to end. I'm gonna get off this call and I'm gonna send another link so we can just hop on and discuss for the next 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna send it in the Discord.